One of my other questions is I'm a big fan of Roth conversions when appropriate. And a year and a half ago, when the market went down 31%, I had several clients that were in the right situation. And we took advantage of that and did some conversions of some large amounts of IRA money to Roth IRA.
Right.
And then when the market and their accounts went back up, that all came back tax-free. Or that all grew tax-free.
Right.
And so they kind of made out like bandits on that with the tax situation. But one of the things that I always tell people, you can kind of correct me if I'm wrong. I hope you don't correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, I
But
should
in order to
correct
make
if you're
it
wrong.
work, I mean, I hope I'm not wrong and I
There you
don't
go.
get corrected on camera. But is that in order for a Roth conversion to work, you have to have money from outside of the IRA to pay the tax.
Right.
In order for the math to work. And it's worked for a long time. The only way it doesn't really work is if income tax rates down the road go down.
Right.
And you'd have been better off taking out your IRA money at a lower tax bracket.
Correct.
But can you give us a little bit of discussion about Roth conversions?
Yes. So we use Roth conversions a lot in our tax practice as well as far as discussions. And a lot of it has to do with strategy we might talk about a little bit later, which is maximizing certain tax brackets and using this as a tool to do that. But Bob's absolutely right. You have to come up with the cash to pay the tax. That's why the IRS lets us do it. That's why they let us convert us, because they want the tax now. But if we have a long time horizon still to grow the money, or we're in low tax brackets now because of a business loss or other losses in the current year, it really creates, or the market goes down a lot. It creates an environment in which Roth conversions are a really smart thing to do, because we expect the market to come back, or we expect our tax rates to go up in the future. And so converting it now gives us this ability to grow money, and all that growth is never taxed. Whereas if we left it in that IRA, all that growth will eventually be taxed to someone at some point.
And they don't have to take RMDs on it either.
Correct. At this point, there's no RMDs from Roths. There's been a little conversation about that. That'll be permanent, but right now, the way it sits, we would never have to take money out of these things, which make them phenomenal assets for estate planning.
Right.
One of the best